I'm gonna give you some messages for those who are here to listen. Lightning struck that burden down. Oh, lightning washed away the currents of the woes. Truth depicted sovereigns. We've got this blessed ways. Coexistence, not riots. We've got the blessed ways. Dualities raise and force. In the past there was remorse, but eye of the storm we see to bring possibilities. Oh, oh, Lord, let us be. Oh, love, for you got to be. Oh, my God, I die in a lease. Oh, yeah, I need a lease. Oh, say, embrace these blessed days. So all beings, truth in the light we see, who we be, all the ways, yeah, into the night. Conscious love, yeah, we don't fight. We bring a rhythm to the soul like sunset. We in moonlight, the rain come again. No longer harmful rays of the sun. Purified, blessed, united we come. Mata, baby. Oh, bata, baby. Oh, mata, baby. Oh, yeah, yeah, baby. أطربت رحب بتوزن عضني يلوب. It is a pureness rise that none could deny, let it be. Si por siempre y que siempre, siempre, siempre orasa shalom matachamaya yinadonai. Infinite, infinite, infinite beyond a day. Infinite, infinite, infinite. We say, through the pureness of our rising sea purification, elongated light shining within. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Look, take a moment to breathe. Deep, so deep that it removes the shackles of grudges and hate and past experiences that we're suffering. Those things don't have to do with the present. The present, we have to be present. Currently, we have to be like here now and acknowledging where we're at, because not only are we having just to be present for us, there's others who rely on us to also be present for them too. And when we have an integration of calmness, not holding on to grudges, without forgiveness, those of us who are capable of forgiving and releasing from grudges, we have freedom, peace in our heart. We feel faith and trust that we're doing what we're supposed to be doing. We're taking care of our children, our responsibilities, our realities, our businesses, our family and members that love us and that we love, and those who care about us and we care about them. And the furry and the feathered and the skillet family and the everywhere that we are capable of helping to save with our presences, to purify and to detox unnecessary negativity that doesn't have to be present there or here or around us, that we can integrate the ability to forgive and to teach others to do that. So I practice breath when it feels like someone's done something intentionally to try and attack. I don't allow it to hurt me emotionally, psychologically, nor physically. I protect myself within my heart soul consciousness to acknowledge that individual went through their own trauma. It doesn't have to do with me. And so therefore, I'm not taking it personally, because I'm not the creator, inspiration for their rage and anger. It's probably their own mom or their own dad or somebody in their family who neglected them emotionally, psychologically, and physically, and tortured or tormented them in that way. And so when it could even be like siblings. So when they work through that experience, some moments they treat others who maybe they're women or they're men, or it doesn't matter what gender, or children, which would horribly suck if they're doing that to their own babies. But in reality, those individuals, if they're not working through that, through shaking it out, like straining out the water from the noodles, they're not working on clearing their minds on what occurred. They're not working on repairing themselves so that they can have healthy relationships. And those of us who have like fallen some moments and had a wound, I do that because when I was given a mansion in Malibu, that burned down during those fires. It had one of those caves attached to that went to the underground. No kidding. Like, I kid you not. So this mansion that I was given, a side story. This mansion I was given in Malibu by an Armenian being, or maybe it was Turkish, because he's like, oh, I was like, I'm also part Turkish. I have a lot mixed with all. He's like, oh, because I speak Aramaic, but that individual speaks like Turkish, which is like, it's like hints of it. It's like, it's a bit different. It's extremely different, but not all the way. Because it's easy to comprehend when they speak with their hands too. And they have eyes and they have a soul, and I can like read them if I need to figure out what they're saying. Anywho, I was given that because I was told that I'm very sacred and I'm to make it into a place for retreats and ceremony gatherings, wine. They wanted me to get vineyards so that we could have wine, like a wine club there in Malibu. It was like 555 Malibu Lane or something. It was beautiful. It was like some very special like name. I forget what it was. I have it on. Oh no, Moonrise Road or something. Yeah. And so it was very beautiful. Had a website and stuff I built for us. And so because he wasn't legally in the country, and the lady who owned the house too, they both were in on visas or something. And they wanted me to like use my credit. They didn't even know what my credit was at that point. When he found out, he's like, you need to get a new car here. Let me run your credit so that someone can help you with that. I was like, I'm not trying to get a new car yet. Like, this is a good commute vehicle. It's a Prius. Like, come on, homie. Like, you know, I have to travel. Like, why would I want to get like a fancy vehicle right now that costs more money to fuel up and to repair? Well, it doesn't cost to repair because I have a my own mechanic, so it's good. And yeah, so I'm like, honestly, I'm cool. Um, but I was given the mansion and I fell there. So part of the skin from the knee was there. I fell like I literally was wearing like high heel shoes, and then my bodyguard was walking around the property to make sure that it was safe and okay for me to be there at all. Because it's like suspicious if somebody just gives you a mansion and like for no reason, like they don't know you. They're just like, oh yes, this is the one, this is the soul who's here to. And apparently he's given mansions to others too, different types of houses. That individual said, but then handed me like credit card, like showed me a pile of credit cards, and it was like a bunch of other people's names on them, and I was like, ooh, it seems like a scammer. And so in that moment I kind of like pulled in my energy, and I'm like, yeah, well, see you later. And I was like, I don't think I'm gonna go over there again for a bit. And I had this vision that something was gonna happen to it, because the bees warned it. The bees were swarming inside of the freaking like roof. So that place used to be, it was the first nudist club for Hollywood people in Hollywood. Like there's buried bodies there. I told him to. I was like, there's a lot of dead bodies underneath the kitchen, because when I walk over places where there's buried bodies, even if it's above the floor, it dips in. But I think they were even in the house, inside the boards of the house. Like it was just a very different type of place, and it was the first like nudist club for Hollywood elite beings in the industry. And I was given that place. It was very interesting. And I met one of the artists for The Simpsons. He had, so there was like an attached like house in the back, and they made it into like Airbnb. He went there because he's been drawing for the Simpsons for a long, mini moon. So he went there with his wife and his daughters and their dogs, and to do like a Vimo thing. And that individual was going through liver failure. And it was interesting that the dude who gave me the mansion, he's like, even though they were fighting because they squatted there after he found out like what that individual was going through, it was just too much with the medical bills. So it was like, you know, I think he knew something was up. And so he's like, because he's smart, you know, he's one of the animators and writers for The Simpsons. So I figured he like knew what he was doing. So he was brought over to me. I did a healing on him. He was so happy. He said he hadn't felt that much peace ever in his whole life, and he's never met anyone as nice and sweet as me, or as beautiful. I thought that was sweet. I was imagining eventually one day they're gonna draw like an animation of me on there, like some like floating being, like ah, because I sang over him and stuff. It was pretty beautiful, and I was like, well, if they were such enemies, I don't think he would have had me bless him in that way. And yeah, so I got out of there, and not long after, the fires began there, like literally, like so fast. And I had blocked that individual, and then I unblocked them during the fires. I said, are you okay? I know that the house burned. And dude didn't even know that the house burnt yet. Like, and then he's like, then he contacted me after the fact. It's like, do you know what happened to the house? It's like, yes, it has turned to ash. And surprisingly enough, the cave is still there. Because they sealed up the cave that led to the underground tunnels of the places that you've heard about online. And it was sealed up with cement. So it wasn't like, I didn't even want to walk onto that path over there. Like they were like, oh, the bodyguard and and that individual was walking down the path and went, he's like, I want to go check. I was like, I asked him, actually asked my bodyguard to go check it out. I said, can you go look and check out that cave? Because he said that it's sealed, but I want you to just go take a walkabout and see what you see. Because it looks like there's another hidden tunnel over there by where the waterfall is. And, you know, like, I honestly, like, my beings are like top level when it comes to investigating things to make sure that it's safe for me to even be there, that they're not going to just like pull you into the cave, you know. And it was pretty solid. I record a lot of live documentary. I do constant. I do interviews regularly. Like beings acknowledge where my location is. They have addresses. So it's not like I'm not um, protected. Like I do have many who acknowledge my locations when I travel places at all times. And I make sure of that. They acknowledge who I'm meeting, what they look like. It's like high security when you have to deal with me. Yeah, it's real stuff. Like even if I had some guys from like I guess they like run things in different places in the film industry, and I was like, oh yeah, what kind of film? Yeah. I'm just kidding. Don't say that. But I'm like, yeah, that's great. But I have my two bodyguards that have to come with me, so we can go have lunch somewhere. They can pay for themselves, but they're going to attend with me because I don't go places to meet strangers without them with me. Sometimes you know, like I have to be on that level, especially if the guys are like 6'4" and they look like freaking refrigerator size, and they have their own bodyguards and they're from another country and they're considered like a prince or a king or like somebody with like honor there, and you got to be really careful who you meet with. Yeah. Okay, breathe through it. I'll breathe through it. Now I have to read your message. You're so far. I have to bring you close. Come to me. Like I try to like do bangs, but I still have to like work on training my bangs to go down. Cause somebody says something on my forehead, so I'm like, maybe if I just like do bangs and my bangs are like, just like my hair is like, so I have to train my hair to have my bangs like go down and not backwards. Cause I'm used to having it like that because I have so much light from my crown that comes to my forehead, like honestly, like not just my forehead but my eyes, like my face, like I'm like super sensitive, so I'm not used to having my hair on my forehead due to the fact that I'm super sensitive to anything touching my forehead. So it's like please don't be weird about it unless it's like a crystal crown. Hi, greetings. What did you say? Jeans behind you? There's not jeans. This is like big body pillows. Uh, yeah, my bed is over there. This is my like I just have like it's if you've ever been to like a place that's like Arabic or like a sacred place, like a not just like temples, but like places where you can have cushions on the floor. I have like futon. I have a massage table that is utilized for multiple things. And then I have this, which is another brand. They're both brand new beds and they're both organic. But this is for guests when they come because like who wants to sit on a couch when you go to someone's home? Like I have downstairs with couches and chairs and things. But in here I want it to feel relaxed. Like I have fresh cloth on the ground too for those who like to lay out and stretch or do yoga poses. And I have hard seats as well for those who have like sensitive backs. So I have like seating for multiple types of beings in the room. since I do um, have multiple types of individuals that I have in my close circle who are allowed in my room, I acknowledge their body types and what their needs are. How big? I'm not sure what that means. Oh yeah, I'm almost 6 feet tall. Yay! I'm so excited for my height. Somebody was asking me about Michael Ray Bowers. I want to clear this up really quick. Michael Ray Bowers is my friend. I think he was following me on Facebook, and one day he reached out to me and he told me who he was, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. It's very nice to meet you. And we both made each other laugh. You know, I wasn't like one of those, what are they called? Like it's like they call them fangirls or something. Like I think that I'm immune to things like that because of the fact that I grew up in the industry of entertainment and music, modeling and acting and things. And that I'm immune to that. So I see them as they are, um, not as what their like history is in their portfolio the same way. Because I'm real, and as real beings, like it's nice to acknowledge each other and what each other do. But I really feel like it's important to acknowledge each other's heart and souls too. So just to make it in the green, Michael is a friend. Michael Ray Bowers is a friend who I have not dated, and is a really nice, really funny, um, really sensitive being. So if you're out there trying to hurt Michael's feelings, please don't try to use me as a weapon against Michael, because it's good that Michael's there. Michael brings some laughter to those who maybe feel down and out and they feel like they don't have anyone who understands them. Michael helps them feel like they're not alone. So please be a bit more gentle and try not to just intentionally hurt someone's feelings because you don't like them for your own reasons. Like, yes, sometimes certain individuals may seem very sexist, but I'm not human, and I don't believe that that has any place to bother us, because if we don't focus on that, then it's not a reality to us. It's not something that bothers us. We focus on what's important, on the bliss, on the positives, then it helps us to coexist. It helps us to coexist peacefully, not just like, oh, I don't like when you do that. I don't like when you do that. I don't like when you do that. Focus on the parts where it's like, oh, I acknowledge that. I acknowledge that you tried to do that. I acknowledge that you feel that way. I acknowledge that reminds me of somebody in the family who's working through their own things, and try not to judge them as often, you know? My words are not misleading. That's hilarious that somebody's out there trying to throw some spice. That's hilarious. So anyways, I took a nap from like, I went and took a sacred bath. I had because I had like many messages and messengers telling me go do to take care of myself like that. Like it's like anointed oils, and it really heals the vessel too, you know. And a lot of blessings. So I had to dry my hair since my hair is super wet. It takes like a little bit to dry it. So I wrapped my hair, and then I began to center and focus on what I focus on when I do. And it was beautiful to experience a nap. And I woke up around 10:45 p.m. And I got up, I started to answer messages, look through business things, yeah, do like work. Because I have a different type of schedule. During the day, it's not always the same because I do a lot of types of work. So it's so nice to have a nap in between when I do get that opportunity. I can be up later and then I get up around 6:30, 7 a.m. because I'm on call 24 hours a day. And I have clients who call me early in the morning from multiple places who have different time. Um, like it's some of them are Eastern, some of them are from other countries. And a lot of the ones in the US have different, like they're not from Pacific Standard Time too. So it's kind of wild, like to have to go through that, because I'll be like, oh, I just went to bed. And then I have to rejuvenate myself to just keep pushing to work. I do a lot of stretching, breath work, and I take moments to center. So even if I'm not getting the same amount of sleep as others, I do put my feet and my hands together over my heart or close to my heart because I'm very flexible. And I breathe in deeply and then I stretch out and I push my energy through to rejuvenate myself so that I can function. It does take a lot of motivation and push to function sometimes because obvious reasons. How can one not be exhausted when working so many jobs? But I remember that I have my children who rely on me, and so many in creation rely on me. I help so many, I'm doing so much. And my daughter, she says I'm doing the most. Like my kids constantly say that they've never met anyone who works as much as I do. And I do work, but it's not the same as some people. Mine is different. I do like multitasking, like so many types of jobs. Like it's so hilarious. I was even people try to hire me. They want to hire me for website design and stuff too. I'm like, I guess yeah, because I'm really good at it, but I have so much I'm focused on, you know. That takes like a 2-day thing to make a website. So it's like I could do it, but I have to get paid um, enough to do it for them to feel like it integrates the moments that I could be doing something else. I wouldn't charge them too much. I would figure out like $90 an hour or something. I'm not kidding. I'm telling you the truth. It kind of depends. Like it's musical artists, so that means I have to add music to it and do like downloads and research and links, and then it's like super easy. So it'll be fine. It's super easy. Your type. Zoom your eyes. My eyes. What do you want to see my eyes for? What happened? Oh, because my freaking bangs. They're so freaking curly. So my bangs are not that short. They actually go longer, but right now it's just kind of like that. But yeah. It's kind of like weird. I don't know what to do about this dress. I tried so hard to like make it look normal, but it doesn't. It's just kind of like a blanket, which is nice. It's a nice blanket. It's a nice orange blanket. Still soft. Medusa. Yeah, my father actually called me Medusa back when I had dreadlocks. I do have some still in there. Like, I do have some locks in there, love locks. Because I gave birth with them, I didn't want to cut them all off. I have memories with them, so they're hiding in there in a mohawk. So, yeah, I do have some dreadlocks, still, or love locks. They're not really dready. They're love locks because they're memories. But my father used to say, when you're going to cut your hair, Medusa. So it's funny that you said that. It's hilarious, actually. I do Do I sing reggae music. I actually sing with Rastafarians, and some of them are like Jewish Rastas, some of them are Rastas. Some of them practice other things and they look like they do. Can I stand and give a spin? I'm cool, thank you. Do I what? You're speaking too fast. Wait. Do something. I'm good. I'm gonna go to bed actually. It's like 4 a.m. I need to get up soon. Am I what? Siren? I have multiple pictures of me in the ocean. And my fin did not grow back in yet. I saw the movie Mermaids in the 80s and I really believed that it was possible, but when I waited, the fin didn't appear yet. So yeah. Yeah, I tried though. I tried to make the fin happen. Then you could call me a siren. Isn't that like a name for a mermaid, or something, a mermaid? It was a good movie though, the movie Mermaid. Oh no, it's called Splash. The movie Splash. Please don't show those pictures. They're already online, like on my videos. They're really beautiful. Do not fall for siren. That's hilarious. That's so funny. Why are they like, ooh, they're like scared or something? That's hilarious. Please don't be scared of me. I'm like very loving. It's funny that you decide to say siren rather than angel or heavenly being, considering that I glow light and I sing songs of heaven. So I'm good. I'm good about it. Do what is a cartwheel? How tripping. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna do a cartwheel right now. I have like a size E, and I don't want to like knock myself unconscious or something. Trying to do a cartwheel, be like, Papa, cool. Thanks though. I need to get like a sports bra or something for that one. Y'all funny. Sing. I'm amazing. How art thou? Thank you for saying you like my hair. My hair is wild. I pretty much just like, I didn't even brush it. It smells like my bath. It smells sacred. It smells like sacred oils. I pretty much soaked, got my hair, got up, did some work, responded to some messages, and came on video. I didn't brush my hair. I just kind of like remembered yesterday's video of what somebody said, so I was like, let me see. I didn't even blow dry it. Like it's just pretty much how it dried. So I'm glad you like it. I didn't even try. How am I doing? I'm amazing. I'm like more than amazing. I'm focused, feeling very comfortable in my consciousness of who I am and be. And what I am doing. How are you feeling? Thank you for asking. Yep. Somebody's funny on there. You don't have to worry. I'm not trying to take them. I'm over here communicating with them and someone's like, oh, gargle. Like Papa Smurf. You are so funny. Do they even speak English? Like maybe they don't know what I'm saying and they're like translating it because they have no idea, no clue about it. They're like, what is this creature? I'm a being of light. This is so funny. I can't believe that they're even like saying that on there. That is so hilarious. Who's pink? Oh my gosh, you realize that I'm albino? Thank you for acknowledging that. Holy shit. Sorry. Wow. That's amazing. See, it's obvious, right? I'm not the only one who acknowledges this. Part albino. Yes. How did you know? I look like I get kidnapped. No, I don't. That's really expensive. So Romeo Shrita made that cloth that back there. Um, apparent. So he has like artwork in all of the big museums around like globally. Like that's what he says. I think it's like 5 different countries, and they're big museums. And the paintings that are like that are made out of gold, like gold and other crystal beings, like rubies and like I was like, why would you grade those up? Why just leave them in the mountain? But he decided to make artwork with them and went on some psychedelic journeys. I think Romeo did acid, but the monks found him as a child and said that he was some reincarnate of another artist who had transformed when he was 9, and they wanted him to go to the ashram. And his parents then put him into a Catholic boarding school. When he graduated, he went back um, and did the teachings, walks around singing songs like and it's really beautiful music. He speaks about the goddess. He says, "I am the white Terra," because that's green Terra on the cloth, which I believe that I'm part of as well. But he said, I said, why would you call me the white Terra? He said, because my soul is so bright, is from heaven's light, that I'm spirit shining to bring peace into creations, and that my presence is very important. And he gave me that cloth. It's very sweet. He also connected me, communicating with Yogi Amir. I call him Amir, but others call him Yogi Amir because it's like he's actually very well known. So he went to the ashram at the age of I think 7. Amir woke up one day and was like, "What am I doing in a house? Like I'm supposed to be at the ashram. Like take me home." And so his family had to take him there. I was like, was it hard in your house or something? Like you didn't like it there? He's like, no, I just realized that wasn't the home. I was like, oh, so they pretty much grew up in the ashram, and so people actually worship that yogi. He's pretty cool, and still wants to come to America and meet me, and yeah, he asked me to have him welcomed so I can show him places and he can work and bring help to those who are in need in America. Um, so I thought that was interesting. But I told him, don't come right now because it's not safe for you. I was like, please don't come to America. Yeah, like anyone who wants to come to America right now, I tell them, just wait. It's not a great plan to come out right now because you don't want to go missing. And your family would miss you, and we would feel sorry for you and miss you too. So chill. And don't ask us to travel outside either because it's not the safest plan for everyone to go places right now. Just kind of enjoy the family, work on yourselves, get your backup plans in case things hit the fan, and feel loved, integrated. What is that for? Thank you for the gift, Saki. That's sweet. Fuzzy britches is hilarious. What is happening? It's a good question. Who's Canadian? Hi. South Africa says hello. Hello, South Africa. That's beautiful, loving. Greetings, beloved, too. That is so funny. They're hilarious. Hello. What am I going to sing? I'll sing again. I'm going to actually have to go to bed soon, though. My daughter needs to get up early, too. So do I. So if I'm too loud, it might disrupt my daughter's resting. And I already got to rest earlier, so I'm going to take a cat nap, get up, come on again mañana. I don't know what drag you're talking about. Fluff muff. No, I don't have a fluffy muffy. But thank you. Who am I? I'm Faith. My name is Faith in this incarnation. I've been at other names before, spiritually, as I'm reincarnate. I am located in California. Obviously, too wild to be like somewhere else, right? Just kidding. I'm perfect as I am. I'm very structured, stable, functional. Although my hair is wild. And I create music. I'm a global recording artist. I'm a holistic practitioner as well. I have my own companies and nonprofits. I create sustainable technology that is to help our planet, our womb planet, and as well as galactically to transform healing expansionally from within the core and within what we create and co-create together in a conscious way. I have always desired to create sustainable solutions and honor our roots as well as the expansions of what we have been blessed with. I am a parent. I have children. I don't have a husband at home. My father transformed. My mother became widowed and lost that job. And we took my mom into the house. And so I'm the head of the household here. And my responsibilities are great. I have so much on my plate, and my table is filled with beautiful seeds and life, growth, success, prosperity, bliss. We have gardens. They're beautiful. And I love what I do. Thank you and welcome. Thank you so much, Daluz, for being there. It's greatly appreciated. Hi. Thank you so much for your presences. I think it's really different to have someone on there trying to act different, but I'm trying not to focus on it. What is a yanted? Thank you. That's hilarious. I came in as a miracle. So I came in as a miracle as Faith, which is nice. There's complications and my mom was pregnant. And because of the miracles, they call me their child of faith. So I'm very pure. I'm clean. I don't deserve to be mistreated by any of you. No, I'm not. I'm hard. Like, I have a lot of nationalities. I'm very mixed. I have a lot. Royal bloodlines. I'm very special. I'm AB negative, which is not like everybody else's blood types, but I'm not like everybody else's AB negative. Mine is actually different because of my bloodlines and my lineages. Yeah, so there's O's in there too, right? Family, loved ones, parents, and the integration of multiple blood types that are about bloodlines and the integration of the integrations. So yeah, I'm the lightest of my siblings. My father said there was one in Germany because my father was in W2 and married women around the world, made families, and then moved. And then he promised that he would not remarry and stuck with my mom. And he stuck with her until he transformed and he was free. But he still cares enough to talk to me in spirit and remind me to check on her, or to just, don't take things personally. Because I'll miss her when she's not there. So, yeah, it's very humbling, the journey of life when we give birth and we have parents who've transformed. It's the journey of trust to self-love and expansionally love, just to let things go, like things that may have hurt before in the past, things that seemed unfair, unjust, and not sane or right. Then you acknowledge what they came from. What did they suffer through? And you realize that they weren't as horrible as others were to them, that they learned that behavior. And as adults, we trust that we can grow and heal beyond that, so that we are not like that, so that we don't continue that ancestral pattern of suffering, that we can acknowledge our soul worth and the heart healing through the journey. It really is an expansional experience. It's quite interesting, actually. Just I think 3 weeks ago, I was visiting in LA. I was recording with Raskas, singing. I created a song, I musically produced the skeleton of it, and then I did the bass line on my guitar. Then I sang, and then he's rapping, and then another one, I think Raz Class is his cousin, is also doing part of the hook and did the beat as well, to the song on a keyboard, I think. And yeah, it was really beautiful. And then I contacted my sister, because I was in Inglewood, and I was like, I needed to go somewhere to sleep. They wanted me to do a music video the next day, and I was like, they offered me a hotel room, so I called my sister, who was literally in Inglewood. They didn't know that. And I was like, hey, Toya. She's like, hey, girl. I was like, where are you at? She's like, I'm at my boyfriend's. I was like, can you come get me? She's like, where are you? I said, I'm in Inglewood. She's like, you're in Inglewood? Oh, give me the address. I'm coming right now. And so she came, and then we got her to come upstairs to the studio to hear the song that we created. She loved it. And then they showed off the songs that they had, and she knew them because they're known artists. And she's like, she's so excited to tell her friends, who she was hanging out with and stuff. And so then I wanted to make sure my car could be taken to the hotel, because I had like a glass of wine. I didn't want to drive it. I didn't want to risk that. And so I said, can you bring your son? And so they were making fun of me because I'm a baby, like, in the family. They said that I act like a baby, because I ask too much sometimes. Like, I'm too much some moments, and I've had to learn how to work through that. Stability and structure, not always asking for help, extra help, like being okay to ask help, but not like extra, like, in that way. So she drove to the hotel with me, and then they drove the vehicle. She drove me in her car to the hotel. We went in the room. I did not stay the night there. We were there for like maybe an hour, and then I saw like a cockroach, and I'm like, I'm not sleeping there. So she took me home, and I was safe. But before we went home, we were in the hotel with them. They were just kind of chilling in there. She and Razcast were talking about how if they were from far away and they saw me walking, they just assumed that I'm white. And I said, but I have this like on my forehead, like I have this pyramid, like that it's golden color. Like I literally have like a golden pyramid on my forehead. And they're like, no, we would think you're. I was like, what about my nappy hair? Like, no, we would still think you're white. You just have curly nappy hair. And I'm like, Vanessa, not Vanessa, that's my other sister. I was like, Toya, or another sibling. Um, I don't look white, do I? And Toya's like, no, you really do. I was like, no, you don't. But look, we look like family. Like, because they compared our hands, and they're like, oh yeah, I could see that you're related. And then also like some like the ears and the hands, you could tell, and then the high cheekbones. Um, but Toya has a different mom than me, so we share the same father. And then the other siblings, they have different moms too, but our eyes go up, but Toya's eyes don't go up. I think Toya has like part Japanese or something because the eyes go down a little. Um, but yeah, it's very interesting. I felt so different. I felt like I was like, can't don't I was like, I'm not white white. I said I look golden. They're like, no, you look like you're pretty white. I said, I'm at minimum say high yellow or something. They're like, no, you're not high yellow. I said, I'm golden. Like if you want to believe that, you can believe that. I was like, I like to believe that, thank you. Like I want to feel like bright and shiny, but I don't want to feel like I'm like one color based on a color scheme, you know? Like, don't judge me based on my skin. I'm so mixed. Y'all don't even realize, like, how much is inside of this vessel. Like, I am so exotic. I'm so sacred. All right, I'm gonna have to say adieu, loved ones. I love you, and I trust that your souls are okay. And I forgive you who's freaking out over there. It's gonna be okay. Like, you don't have to trip out. I'm very pure. Oh, thank you so much. I love you too. Sorry about the those on there who are saying strange things. I love you too. Thank you for loving me. That's so funny. Okay, I have to close the video. I can't just keep watching their comments because I'm like, did they really sit there? What are they saying? Like, why are they saying that? All right. Ciao, ciao.